Hey guys, welcome to BitSketch, and this is the second part of my how to draw realistic Sharingan video. I'm in the coloring part, and here I'm going to only talk about the coloring process of this eye. If you also want to see the drawing sketching process, you can watch the part 1 of this video. Links in the description. So let's go ahead and start coloring this eye. So I'm starting with the eye lens and the cornea of the eye and filling the base red watercolor. There's a lot of water I added with the color because I only want the light shade of the color to fill in, so I can easily go with more darker shades for details later on. Now I'm filling the corner edge area of the cornea with the same red color, but this time with less water, so that's why it's looking much brighter and darker. Now add some random brush strokes for the little feel of the texture. Now I'm switching to a different medium and dry pastels, also called soft pastels. I'm starting from around the corner edge area of the eye with a darker shade, and as we will go towards the center I will switch to more lighter and lighter color of these pastels. I'm trying to keep the edge of this circle darker as compared to the rest of the area. Also, I want to place some highlights around the middle area of this eyelids. For polishing these pastels, I'm using the cotton here. The reason I'm using these pastels are they are like powder based and gives a very smooth and even shade, and it's very handy and easy to use them. So it comes very handy if you want a nice foggy shade within less time and efforts. Also, it adds a little strength to the realism. The more time you're going to put in the polishing process, the better it's going to look. Now I'm switching to the color pencils and adding some strokes, or you say adding the shade of black with a zigzag kind of motion of the pencil. I'm trying to keep the corner areas of the eye cornea a bit darker than the rest of the inner area, as I said before. Now I'm using the red color pencil around the area near the black shade to create a nice gradient from black to red, and also to fill some of the odd spaces here to make the shade more even. As you can see, the overall red color of this eye is gaining its vibrancy and getting more brighter than it was before. Add some shades around the pupil also. Now I'm adding some random irregular non-straight lines like this to fill the space with some texture you used to see in the real eye. I'm using some different shades of the pencil color, but try not to overdo this because I'm really trying to keep some highlights around the mid area of the eye. Also using some white here to get some more foggy kind of texture with these lines and to gain some depth here also, and also to add some highlights around the mid area. Now I'm going another round here and adding some darkness here, and also to hide some of these white lines around the corner edge area of this circle. Now I'm transforming this eye to the Sharingan by adding some commas like shapes here. I'm using the black sketch pen marker pen, which is water based, for this here. Now I'm using a very light pressure of my hand on this pencil and shading around this circular curve I've drawn here, which connect these commas. Don't go very dark here. Use the gentle pressure of your hand because it's also the area close to the lighter shade, or say the highlighted part. Now just like we did previously with coloring the cornea, I'm doing the same, adding the base colors to the rest of the eye first. I'm using the lot of water in these colors this time also. Now add some shades here using the dry pastels. Also, don't forget to shade some of the inner areas of the eye. Another way you can use these dry pastels is you can rub some of the pastels on the cotton first, then apply the cotton to the paper for shading and polishing. Now I'm using different dry pastels here and there for the highlights and shades to get the look until I'm satisfied. Okay guys, I hope you find this video helpful. Hope it helps you with the coloring process. See you next time. Have a nice day.